Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane versus Mary Pandi, Mpumalanga province. Who is the leader between the two? Well, let me give you context to this war. Floyd Shivambu has answered this and explained and have told us who is the leader. Very simple. They did it very simple and very smart. Previously, Pandi won a case, Mary Pandi won a case somewhere at the High Court. We get that. Then she had some remarks. The remarks that I'm going to give you are not the new ones. The new ones are separate from the ones that I'm going to give you, right? To get that, let's agree. Now, she was recently called to comment on who's the leader at Mpumalanga. Then she had her remarks. Advocate Mkhwebane was also called to comment as to who is actually the leader in Mpumalanga. And Advocate Mkhwebane commented too. Okay, if you get that picture, then I'm glad. This is what she said when after winning this case. She said this.
The internal process of Umkhonto weSizwe were not followed, and because of that reason, I have been reinstated as the convener of the province in Mpumalanga. I've also been reinstated as a party leader in the legislature. I'm also going to be the full member of the legislature. So all those three positions that I held before are the positions that I was deserving to have, are the positions that were being appointed by the president. But surely, as Umkhonto weSizwe, because we are going to 2026, and you are looking at the count behind me, so many members, the ground is here. We will be talking to the president, and we will be engaging to the president to say that the common ground and the understanding is that we are not fighting Umkhonto weSizwe. We are just requesting that we must go to 2026 with our Ngamalala. We love Ngamalala and we want to go with Ngamalala there. That's why we are saying that these people of EFF must not come and take over what we have worked for. This province was number 2 in the country. It tells you that we've worked very hard.
Are your own judge there? You can see or you can hear from the choice of words. Guys, it's cold, so I'm busy eating. I'm sorry, it's hot. I'm busy eating ice. So from her choice of words, you can tell who is she referring to and what is she trying to say. Now, after that, MK Party was like, nah, we'll leave this. But MK Party also had said that they will appeal that decision. So it's the appeal that they are going for the appeal, that's number 1. Number 2, MK Party have announced who is the actual leader between the two. I'm sure you say, but Bongs, what do you mean? Well, Floyd Shivambu have entered that and explained who is the leader between the two. But the manner in which Floyd Shivambu went about it, very nice. Should I say subtle? Not necessarily. He was asked a question about there's some leaders who are contesting position. We have seen it also in KZN where some people were saying, hey, Simfunu, you know what I'm saying? There was that thing, Guti. Yeah, Simfunu Bani, yeah, Simfunu Bani. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Now, with that being said, when asked the question around the Mpumalanga Saka, blah, 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 he's got a way of answering the question. But before we get to Floyd, we need to start here. If you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, good people. Because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, it is free of charge. To click the notification bell, it is free of charge. To share this video, it is free of charge. To watch this video until the end, it is free of charge. Also, good people, come on, to watch the ads, it's free of charge, and that's how you financially contribute to this YouTube channel. Speaking about financially contribution to the channel, you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also use the super thanks button. In case you don't want to do that, guys, there is a way where you can use my media company banking details to donate to the channel, and you know what I'm saying, we'll bring you more, and also guys want to buy more equipment. So the power is in your hands. Please do the honorable thing as we proceed. So let's start with Advocate Mkweban. I like her response when asked who is the leader and who appointed who. She was smart enough not to say, I was appointed by MK Party. No, she refrained from, she was smart enough to say, I'm not going to remove anybody. I'm not there to remove anybody because I'm appointed by MK Party and I will do what MK Party wants me to do, but I'm not going to shy away from saying that from taking on my responsibilities, right? That is what she said. So with that being said, let's listen to Umeri first, speaking about her appointment with MK Party here.
In Mpumalanga, you have a different view.
Look, the reality of the matter is that we should look at, more on facts rather than, incidents that have happened. She was announced on national TV, and there's a difference between appointment and an announcement. So the reason why it's a different view is that you cannot insist on saying that I'm a former convener. When in actual fact, previously Umkhonto Wesizwe would give you a letter of redeployment in your position. So when she was announced, we're thinking that they will submit that letter. In the absence of that, Umkhonto Wesizwe sent me a letter through her office to say that my membership has been terminated, which is something then that had made me to go to court so that we can prove those allegations. So if you are bringing another leader, you cannot bring a leader on allegations. You must bring a leader on the actual fact of how Umkhonto Wesizwe is doing things. And at the moment, it was not based on principle. It was based on emotions and the hearsay.
So what is the situation now? Who is the leader? She says she's the one that's in charge. She even says that she has had meetings with some of the regional, she's on the ground building branches, regional organizations, and building leadership from there. Are you still doing your job as convener in that province?
We are working. It's just a normal day for us.
So there are two leaders of the MK Party in Mpumalanga?
There's no two leaders. She's in contempt of court. There's no two leaders there. She's not supposed to be there. The legal team has given her a letter to say that she must refrain calling herself a convener of the province and allow me to do my work because she's confusing the ground. Another thing maybe we should differentiate. There's a difference between being on social media, on Twitter, and being on the ground. And the true reflection of the ground is that we are still intact and we are still managing the ground and we are at 95%. I don't know really who she's leading there in Mpumalanga, and I'm hoping to see those people that she's leading. We'll prove that on the 15th of February that we are working in Mpumalanga on the ground. We are not taking pictures of recycling people from one venue to another. We are talking about the true members of.
When it comes to Mary, she's facing a very serious conundrum, and I will tell you what she's facing. Basically, if she's powerful enough, if she is that strong enough, she would have, if she has a support and everything, she would have easily left the party and started her own thing and contested this whole thing. Right? That's one. Two, MK Party has got the right to fire her. How she won the case was not on the basis of her not being infireable, if ever there's a word, or you are undismissible. There was never such a thing. It was just said that they did not follow their own processes in dismissing her. In other words, if they were to follow the processes in dismissing her, they will still dismiss her. So she must approach this very circumspectly. Why? Because, the party can still fire you anyway, at any given time. That's just it. Whether you like that or you don't like that. 3, the relationship between MK Party and her is already toxic. So, what are you doing? Are you proving a point? To who are you proving a point then? What's the win? What's the end goal? Well, she probably wouldn't tell us. But this one, I can tell you this. The ultimate winner of this race is MK Party. Whether you like that or not, because they are a party, they've got the right to fire you. They can recall you, and not to fire you per se, but say, no, we are just taking you away from the position. What are you going to tell them? Are you going to take them to court? So, the ultimate winner of this race is MK Party as an organization, whether she likes that or not. But again, Busiso Mkhwebane is also asked to come and comment on the issue, and this is what she said.
Be rallying behind the structure which is appointed by the president, because that's what Mkhonto Wesizwe is expecting. I didn't demote any person. The task team which was established when I was announced to work with the task team. Same applies as KZN, where there is a task team. And it's not within my space to demote any person. The only thing with that task team was that there was a coordinator, a convener, myself, and then there's one who was allocated to do coordination work. The other 3 were not allocated any task. So the issue was allocating work for them to do whilst waiting for the complete or the appointment of the detachment, because they were a task team. They were not a detachment. So there was no demotion, because I don't appoint, I don't demote, I don't dismiss. The constitution is very clear. Appointments are done by the High Command and the National High Command. The dismissals are done by them. But yes, there were those who were very much who misbehaved when I was going to Epethal to address that part of the sub-regions. Like 2-3 sub-regions were meeting Epethal. They were burning tires at the gate. They were like very much rowdy. We ended up negotiating with them, managed to hold the meeting. Indeed, that matter has been referred to the for disciplinary hearing. And indeed, if then they were found guilty and it proves that they've brought the organization into disrepute, they will be dealt with harshly so. Indeed, we are an organization which should have order and discipline. We cannot tolerate that behavior.
So there are some MK Party members that are still not accepting.
Okay, now, Floyd Shivambu commented now on the matter. Floyd Shivambu is asked about this squabbles and who is who, why is he this, you know what I'm saying? We can't have different leaders. Journalists were doing their work. The answer of Floyd Shivambu is so super interesting and simplified answer that the manner in which it was given, it was not to say this is the leader, but it was to say this is the you don't get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. He didn't say Dr. So-and-so is not a leader or so-and-so is the leader, but he just take you into the process and principles and say, based on this principle, if we've established this principle, and if anyone thinks that they are who they are before this, yes, they were, but now people must understand that now that there's this structure and everything, then things are going to be done differently. The MK Party recognizes this structure, not this structure. He went about it the right and the smartest way. Answered the question the right and the smartest way. And he said this.
The appointment of the provincial detachments means that any structure that existed in that particular province before no longer exists. Whether you were a provincial interim corps or a provincial task team or a presidential task team, the only leadership structure that exists in each and every province that we have announced now is the provincial detachment. That is the structure that is going to provide.
Okay. So what do you make about everything from the beginning until the end? What do you make about this situation? For me, I see Advocate Mkhwebane ultimately sitting in her position and ruling the party. Yes, we can also say that this is not going to be without a fight. This is not going to be without a war. And I can see that this situation looks like there will be some death threat. There will be this and this and this. There will be this and this and that. But it doesn't look like this woman is willing to step back. Even when it is obvious that you need to step back. You know, the EFF, by the way, recently now they've got a similar problem. I see them commenting on MK Part and I looked at them, I'm like, hey, Batu, not long ago, you guys had to protest and break into offices of municipality because 2, if not more than 2, of of EFF councillors were chased away, but they refused to vacate their position there. You had to physically go in there and fetch them yourselves. So I see you guys commenting about MK Party problems, but you also have your own problems, by the way. You know, police have to be called. Where you guys, you know what you were doing there. So I'm saying, who's the ultimate winner? It's MK Party, according to me. Tell me your thought and your opinion in the comment section below. I will see you on the next episode. But until then, please take care.